What is Canada's comprehensive ranking system? CRS. It's Choco Millionaire again, and as promised, this video will take you through the CRS process and how you can check yours as well as improve your eligibility using information provided here. If you like our content, do remember to subscribe, like and share our videos for the benefit of others. What is the CRS score? Canada uses the comprehensive ranking system to rank skilled worker candidates who want to immigrate to Canada through express entry. If you haven't watched our video on express entry, check the description below for a link to a full explanation of what the express entry is. In summary, the express entry is an economic immigration program that selects skilled foreigners to apply for permanent residency to Canada. The express entry selection draw happens every 2 weeks, and IRCC announces the CRS cutoff score to show those who have qualified. The selection criteria include the following: the date and time of invitation round, the number of candidates that will get an invitation to apply, which immigration programs are included in the round. For rounds that invite candidates for one program, example, only federal skilled trades, the CRS cutoff score. If your score is higher than the cutoff, then automatically you get an ITA. An ITA means invitation to apply for a PR. However, if your score is below the cutoff, you wouldn't get an ITA. Also, if your score is equal to the ITA, then your profile will be subjected to the tiebreaker rule. Your profile must have been submitted at a certain date and a time to get an ITA because it is given on a first come, first served basis. Remember that your express entry profile stays in the pool or is valid for 12 months. So if you do not get selected for a particular round because of a low score, you will stand the chance to be invited subsequently should the cutoff score be dropped. If you haven't seen our video on express entry, check the link below for more detail. IRCC will use your profile to rank you among other candidates using a merit-based system to assign you points, which is called the CRS score. The factors that account for CRS grades include, but not limited to, how well you speak English or French, your study background, your age, your marital status, type of work, and the number of years you have worked for. The above are considered to know if you make the cutoff to immigrate to Canada as a permanent resident. There is always a way to calculate your CRS score before submitting your express entry profile. One way to prepare is by computing your CRS score even before you begin the process, and there is a free tool on the IRCC website to help you with just that. You will then see if there are any areas you need to improve in order to maximize your points. How to get to the CRS page? Type CRS tool in your Google search. Click on the first link, which will take you to the CRS page. Scroll down to the CRS tool. Questions will be asked, and based on the answers you provide, you will be able to generate your CRS score. At this point, let's issue a disclaimer. Since we are computing for a future outcome, the score generated may or may not be the final score, but treat it as a guide that may help you gauge your position. The CRS tool awards minimum and maximum scores to the various information that we provide. The available total CRS score is 1200, and these points are distributed as follows. With age, the maximum points to gain for the age factor is 110 for single applicants and 100 for applicants with spouse or common law partner. If you are between 1 to 17, you score 0 for the age score. If you are above 44, you score 0. Education and skills transferability. Education can count up to about 200 CRS points if one studied exclusively outside of Canada, and up to 250 points if one has a post-secondary credential from Canada. Official language proficiency. Maximum points allocated for this factor is 162 for those without spouses and 152 points for those with spouses. Canadian work experience. The maximum points to gain for this factor is 80 for single applicants and 70 for applicants with spouse or common law partner. Spouse and common law partner factors. The maximum points in the category can make up for the points lost an extra 20 points. These points are generated from your spouse or common law partner's level of education, official language proficiency, and Canada work experience. Work experience. Complete work experience outside Canada can earn you a maximum points of 100, whilst a complete work experience in Canada can afford you 180 points. Job offer. A job offer from skilled occupation with NOC 0A or B can earn you a maximum point of 50, whilst NOC group 00 will earn you 200 CRS points. Provincial nomination. A nomination from any province or territory would automatically earn you 600 points, Siblings abroad. Your sibling must be a permanent resident or a citizen of Canada, and this category earns you 15 points. After understanding the scores that are allocated to each factors and how it affects you, now let's go through the CRS process. To fully appreciate the CRS process as well as understand the effect certain factors such as your age, marital status has on your score, we are going to fill the CRS score sampling 3 different individuals from around the world. We will take you through filling the forms with Toby from Nigeria, Ravi from India, and Shukri Mohammed from Somalia. Let's start with Toby and see what she's going to score. Toby is 29 years of age. She has her professional nursing degree from Nigeria and she has gotten her educational credentials checked by the Educational Credential Assessment (ECA). To understand what the ECA is, watch our video on express entry provided in the link below. Toby is single, so here we select never married or single. Toby is 29 years of age. She has her professional nursing degree from Nigeria. She hasn't earned any Canadian degree, so we're going to select no for this session. Her official language is English. Here, make sure that the IELTS exams results you have is not more than 2 years old. Otherwise, you would not be able to continue. But since you are computing this to know how you will fare, randomly choose a score you know you might likely get when you eventually write the exams for the real profile. Make sure you really prepare before taking the exams to boost your CRS score. She chose yes. For speaking, she chose a score of 7.5 to 9.0. For listening, she chose a score of 8.0. For reading, she chose a score of 8.0 to 9.0. For writing, she scored 7.5 to 9.0. She does not have a second language, so she selected not applicable in this category. For those who speak a second language and would want to indicate, they would have to write a French exam called the TEF exam, Test d'évaluation des français. Toby does not have any work experience in Canada, so she selected none or less than a year. She has 4 years of working experience as a registered nurse in Nigeria. She belongs to the NOC skill level A under the code 3012. Here, she goes for 3 years or more. She does not have a certificate of qualification from any province, territory or federal body, so she selects no. No valid job offer, so she selects a no. She does not have nomination from any province, territory or federal body, so she selects no. No biological family member staying abroad, so she selects no. Let's calculate her results from the computation we have done so far. We can see Toby got a total of 478 CRS score. Let's say that year the cutoff was 470. Automatically, Toby gets invited for an invitation to apply. Let's take a look at another CRS calculation from our friend from India, Ravi. For this, we will give you a summary of Ravi's credentials and then go through the filling really fast. This is because we've already done a familiar filling in the case of Toby. Ravi is a 39-year-old legally married Indian. He completed his first degree in Canada and worked as a restaurant manager. Restaurant manager falls under skills type O with the NOC code 0631 for 2 years before leaving for his country. In his country, he had worked for 3 years. He plans to migrate to Canada as a permanent resident with his wife. Ravi also has a certificate of qualification by Manitoba, a province in Canada, which earns him an extra 600 points. Check out our next video on how to improve your CRS score to understand how some of these parameters contribute largely to increasing your CRS or reducing them. After computing Ravi's details, we see that his total calculated CRS score comes up to 1,053 points. This is because he got a provincial certificate or nomination which gave him an extra 600 points. The last one on the list is Shukri Mohammed, our friend from Somalia, who is trying to check his CRS score. We'll summarize his credentials as usual and then go through the process really fast. Shukri is a 32-year-old man who has a certificate in carpentry through apprenticeship. His carpentry experience falls under NOC skill level B with NOC code 7271. He, however, does not plan to migrate with his wife. Shukri Mohammed has a brother who lives in Vancouver. After computing his skill set and other factors, his total CRS score came up to 329. We have seen the scores of 3 different people from around the world and also learned the various factors that affect our CSR scores. To give a perspective with the CSR cutoff scores, all programs draw on December 23rd of 2020 issued 5,000 invitations to apply ITAs, and the CSR cutoff score was 468. This was the last draw before all programs draws were paused. On the 6th of July of 2022, the cutoff was 557 and 1,500 ITAs were issued. On the 20th of July 2022, the cutoff was 542 and 1,750 ITAs were issued. On the 3rd of August of 2022, the cutoff was 533 and 2,000 ITAs were issued. You can see the trend. Make a move today, improve on your CRS score as you build yourself to move to Canada. If our videos are beneficial to you, do well to share them, like them, and comment on them for the benefit of others. It's Choco Millionaire, and see you in our next video. Thank you.